Hey guys, so Luke. So I know there's been some really weird stuff going on with my channel the last few days, and if you keep up to date with me on Twitter at all, you'll know that my channel was actually hacked and then sold on the dark web to a Chinese company who then proceeded to stream the inside of a sweatshop. But that's not actually the weirdest thing that happened to the channel while it was hacked. So stick around, grab some popcorn, and I'll explain everything. So obviously now, after a very stressful few days, I'm really happy to announce that I have full access back to my channel thanks to YouTube. But as much as they were actually helpful in the situation, I think that the biggest thanks I owe to is Grandayy over on Twitter. If you don't know who Grandayy is, I'll link him, but you're probably living under a rock. As well, I need to thank my old friend Archie, who was the one who DM'd Grandayy on my behalf. But after about 6 days of basically automated messages from YouTube and getting nowhere, I finally got my channel back. And that's because Grandayy DM'd me asking me for info on everything, and within only 30 minutes of that happening, I got another DM from YouTube confirming my account was definitely hacked and that they would transfer my channel back to me. Now, the correspondence between me and YouTube after that was so different from the automated replies that I was getting previously. It's almost as if because Grandayy got involved, YouTube started to treat me like an actual human being, and they started to understand the situation, because before it seemed like they didn't understand it, or the complexity of the hack was really difficult for them to understand, or the worst option of it all is that they just didn't care. Like, this is zero exaggeration whatsoever. YouTube, prior to him getting involved, just straight up did not give a shit. Well, the actual story, I'll start at the beginning of everything and how the hack happened, what happened while I was hacked, and how exactly the Grandayy situation really came to be, because there's actually more to it. So on the 27th of November, I randomly got an email saying that I no longer own my channel, which for any YouTuber is something straight up out of a nightmare. And we were really confused as to what happened. Eventually, with a lot of thinking and digging, we figured out that I had clicked a bad link in a business email while I wasn't thinking too hard, and it had inserted a really nasty piece of malware into my computer that cloned our Google session ID and our passwords, so they had access to everything. As we looked further into the situation, we realized that another zombies YouTuber named ChocolateWe was actually hacked in the exact same way. From there, we found hundreds of more people that were having the same issue as us. And that's because these hackers used at least 5 different company names with progressively more convincing websites, and they were advertising many different products, so it was kind of hard to connect the dots. But these guys, I can guarantee, definitely knew what they were doing, because it's not like they just got me and it was targeted at only me. They have had a lot of channels. Some of them are very big, like hundreds of thousands, if not 1 million plus subs. And the same day that the hack happened, we were actually contacted by ChocolateWe Pizza and Mr. Roth Waffles, so these guys were really helping us out and going out of their way to do so. And by the way, Milo, if you're watching this, I really hope you're doing okay, bro. Just much love to you. Just not even for that, but just for everything, and, you know, helping out with zombies and being an inspiration to the community over the years. But anyway, so these guys were nice enough to give us contacts to real people over at YouTube who were pretty high up, actually. I can't name how high up they were, but they were pretty high up in the chain of command on YouTube. And out of all the emails we sent, we got one back, which basically just said, "It's not our job, we'll pass you on to the team that works on everyone." And I really need to mention that throughout all of this, my girlfriend, the Gamer Cherry, if you guys know who she is, she was the absolute driving force behind every single thing that happened, because anyone can attest to this. As soon as the hack happened, I had no idea what to do. I just started crying. I was completely out of it. But she took charge. She was really helping out. She was pushing me to keep tweeting, keep trying with the channel, trying to get it back, even after I actually lost hope in getting it. So I really just needed to take a second to just thank her for that, because we wouldn't have even gotten to Archie or Grandayy or Pizza, Milo, anyone without her. They all were a cause and effect of her taking charge of it and really helping me out with this. Anyway though, so with our options exhausted, I just had to keep spamming on social media, hoping YouTube would eventually see what's happening and would help us out. But according to everyone else that we talked to that was hacked the same way, it could take 2 to 4 weeks for YouTube to even notice and take any sort of action at all, if you even got your channel back to begin with. Then 2 days ago, we got an email from the hackers asking for 150 bucks in Bitcoin, and they claimed that they would return the channel or it will be sold on the black market. And because there was no guarantee that we would even get the channel back, we just told them no and wanted to roll the dice. Now, the next day, a live stream starts up on the channel of an 80-minute continuous loop of the inside of a Vietnamese sweatshop So why someone would buy the channel just to stream that is beyond me, but whatever. We originally thought it was maybe some activist group trying to show what goes on inside of these sweatshops, but because of the other stuff that we found on the channel, we're pretty sure that's not the reason that they bought it. Now, skipping forward once again to yesterday, an old friend of mine named Archie, who's a really talented editor, reached out to Grandayy for me explaining the situation, and Grandayy decided to take matters into his own hand and tweeted about the entire situation. But even though he didn't actually mention me specifically publicly, it was still really cool to see him get involved. Skipping forward again a little bit more, because so many people were talking about Granday's tweet, YouTube replied to him actually asking him for information on all of the hackings that were going on and stuff like that. Shortly after YouTube responded to him, he DM'd me personally asking for details like screenshots, the ransom, everything like that, and magically 30 minutes later, after we sent him those messages, YouTube messaged us back, basically kissing my ass. Their entire tone shifted instantly. They went from just automated responses, not caring, to basically kissing my feet and saying, oh, it's super important that we get your channel back and don't worry, we're working on it. And it was from an actual person, and I'm like, what the hell? But to me, that really shows the absolute tone shift that someone like Grandayy can bring to a situation, because without that, even with our contacts with Pizza and Milo and stuff like that, it really shows that pressuring YouTube publicly is what needs to happen. Now, we woke up today and YouTube had actually given me my channel back. Like, thank God that they actually followed through with what they said that they were going to do, and it didn't take them another couple of weeks, and that Grandayy stepping in really helped us out. So now that we had the channel back, we had to go around and look at everything that was going on within the channel, and we found 3,000 Chinese videos of literally anything you could imagine uploaded privately to the channel, and they could have been made public at any time. And my girlfriend decided to be nice enough once again to go and delete all these videos for me. It took her like 2.5 hours of bulk deleting videos, 50 at a time, to get rid of all these Chinese videos that were uploaded privately to the channel. But once that process had begun of deleting the videos, we actually remembered ChocolateWe and how he was hacked before I was, but still hasn't gotten his channel back yet. So we decided, you know what, let's message YouTube again, we'll see what they can do. So we messaged them saying, hey, how about ChocolateWe? And within maybe another hour, they messaged him the exact same thing they did with us and gave him the VIP treatment. So with any luck, ChocolateWe actually should have his channel back shortly after this video is uploaded. And we actually reached out to YouTube about a couple more people that I was in contact with when the whole situation was going down that had their channels hacked as well. So hopefully those people will get their channels back as well. But luckily, as I said, now everything is back in my hands and upload should resume as normal, which is about 15 videos in 1 month and then one in the next. But I do need to just take a minute or two to thank everyone that's been helping out along this way. So thank you to you guys for just spreading the word about this. You guys have been absolutely insane and just spreading this thing everywhere, just relentlessly pressing YouTube to give me my channel back, just tagging everyone, showing us just so much support. Like, it's actually crazy. Thank you guys so much. I need to thank Codename Pizza, Mr. Roth Waffles, Archie, Grandayy, my girlfriend, the Gamer Cherry. Like I said, she was the rock behind everything, and she was the one that really was just the absolute driving force to even get any of this stuff into motion. But as I said, uploads should continue normally. I'm sorry that the whole thing happened. I'm sorry that the sweatshop was streamed. I don't know what happened. I know that probably a few people at the very least unsubscribed. If you guys do know anyone that did or was confused about the situation, just link them this video. It'll explain absolutely everything. And I was actually this close, like, you have no idea. We actually rebranded my girlfriend's channel to Russian8703, and we're planning on uploading a bunch of my old videos to it and then just starting to upload on there from now on, because I was just at that point that I had basically lost hope in getting my channel back. And literally hours before we were gonna start uploading them was when we got this just random wave of support from Grandayy and from Archie and everyone that was helping us out, and that was the only thing that kept me from not giving up on this channel. And that's not because I didn't believe in myself or you guys or anything like that. It's because it could have taken up to a month to get the channel back, and I didn't just want to sit around and do nothing for a month. I still wanted to make content, and I didn't want everything to just kind of go dark and then wait a month and still not get it back. So I was like, you know what, let's just restart. And yeah, luckily we didn't do that. With all of this being said, though, I do want to thank you guys for just sticking around through all of this and being really supportive, like I said earlier. I am going to end off the video here. If you guys did enjoy and you're glad that I got my channel back, make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, whatever. Tell me what gameplay was going on in the background, because I know that it ended at some point. I just had it from the theater because I'm recording this live in OBS. Anyway, I do love you guys so much. Welcome back to me, I guess. Anyway, bye.